Hi everyone, welcome to Owl Tarot. So the intention for this reading, I kept going back and forth. I kept saying, well, I want to do something powerful, blessings. But my intuition kept bringing me back to prayer. So if that word triggers you, I would recommend that you think about it in focus. Where do I need to focus my attention this week? So we have the Eight of Wands for pile number 1. The Moon card for pile number 2. And the Seven of Swords for pile number 3. Take a moment. If the cards look a little intense to you, don't try to escape or run away from it. Just come back to the first one that really talked to you, or the one that you were drawn to. So I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. So the card that you picked is the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is movement. You want to get to it. I think you've been in a period of stagnation, a period of not knowing where you want to go. Perhaps a period of planning, perhaps a period of I am bored, and I think things had to be slowed down for a bit because you needed to learn certain things in order for you to move forward, and it looks like you're ready. So let's start pulling your cards. Let's get a couple oracle cards to get started. Chambers of Manifestation. This is beautiful. So maybe before you could not manifest, you didn't have that energy too, because you were focused on perhaps healing, perhaps even focusing your attention on lack. And maybe you've tried manifesting in the past, and for whatever reason, nothing came out of it. It's not that you could not manifest. You were manifesting, and your attention was just in lack, and that's where you continue to manifest. But I think you're shifted your perspective, and now you're going to start manifesting great big things. I'm going to pull another one because I normally don't work with Rebecca Campbell's oracle cards, but these are absolutely beautiful. Chamber of Protection. I think that you are protected during this period of time of your manifestation. But pay attention to the thoughts that come into mind through this whole season of your life. Every time you spot something that isn't aligned to truth, stop what you're doing, acknowledge the thought, process it out. Is that true? No, it's not true. So one of the things that has really helped me through mind hacking is Byron Katie's work. Brilliant work. I absolutely love her work. I've also been using A Course in Miracle, of course. So with the Byron Katie work really helps me because it really also helps the body move forward. The Course in Miracle is just mind hacking. You tend to forget your body or your physical. So Just keep that in mind. Follow your own rhythm. I guess I need to put something on that boob. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Follow your own rhythm. Which to me, it means manifestation may look different to you than other people. So yes, get some tips and tricks from other individuals, especially out there, well-known individuals, but create your own masterpiece with everything you're taking in, all of the lessons, all the courses that you're or even the books that you're reading. Take it what benefits you, because you're a completely different being. So go with what works with you. Test it out. If you're a spreadsheet type of person, try one method 1 week, what felt good, what did not. Adjust the next week until you find the right practice. All right, let's see what else comes through. So the purpose is prayer. So manifestation is prayer. Manifestation is you're bringing that focus into those parts. You could start small or you could go big. It really depends on you and your capability of your faith. What do you believe can come through? And if there's something so unbelievable, then you work through those belief systems. 8 of Swords. 2 8s. Yeah, so as you're manifesting, as you're doing this work, go for a run, go for a walk. Movement is going to really bring the end of stagnation in your body and in your energy. So moving is important. If you're going to try to manifest a trip to New York or a trip to wherever, allow yourself to do some research, get hotels, not get hotels, but you know what I mean? Like put everything on this dream board. That creates movement. So that's very mental, emotional, and that's very spiritual as well. So now you need that spiritual movement as well, and emotional movement. So dancing, playing outside, doing a sport, going for a walk, that's going to create that movement that you need. But allow it to come to you. Don't force it. Don't say, oh, I think I'm manifesting it, and then you buy the whole trip and you're in debt. No, don't do that. Allow it to naturally knock on your door. And then when it knocks on your door, now you have to allow it to come through. So opening the door. I know it's very symbolic. That's just how my intuition works. I will actually start uploading what I need. And I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I have to figure it out because my intuition comes in very symbolic, and I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. The Emperor. If you're an organization, you're CEO of whoever you are, like I'm the CEO of Maria. Look through all of your departments, your receiving departments, your exporting departments, use that to tell you where you're misaligned or aligned in your manifestations. or even prayer. Prayer really works. Speak it out loud. What do I really want? What am I really wanting to manifest in this moment? And just speak it. Let your heart sing. Let your heart speak through you. The Hanged One. So it's just taking that step. It's creating a devotion, a ritual, a practice that you can use throughout this season of your life, of checking in, of what am I trying to accomplish, what am I trying to manifest, who am I trying to become, so let's just say, for example, I'm going to use me, the millionaire Maria. How does she act? What would she be doing in this moment? How is her body posed? Who is she becoming? Like, you have to even visualize who that person is and become that person. Write it down. Write attributes that will bring her and you together and integrate. The Tower. So when you're manifesting, just know things have to shift out of your life, right? So not only thoughts, belief systems, but also some people may not be able to go to vibrationally where you are, or some relationships, perhaps some even careers, right? So changes are going to come. And this is where a lot of people kind of give up, because they start feeling the uncomfortableness of change come through. And they're like, oh, never mind, I don't want that. Even though it's for your highest and greatest good, it's what's going to bring you so much joy. But the uncomfortableness of change may scare you away. You have to be willing to move forward and let go of who you were. So identity shifting. Your body, your ego, your unconscious mind is going to fight that. So show up for yourself even when you don't want to. Breath work helps with that. It regulates your nervous system. Going outside in nature helps with that. Make time for those moments so that when you start creating this new person, this new creation, this new masterpiece, you're presently aware of all of the details. Because that's where creation becomes reality, is when you're presently aware of all of the details. When we're just automatic and flowing with no real presence, our creation becomes a combination of my energy and those around you, projections, belief systems, past life information. So you have to be presently aware of all of your details with what you're creating. Do not fight something that comes in and you're judging it. Allow the universe to show you what came in. What is this for? With curiosity, with love. Don't abandon yourself through uncomfortable moments. Be present. Presence during this period of time is going to get you top level things. I guess top shelf things instead of mediocrity. With top shelf things, that means that some stuff may go and changes will come. So nervous system regulation work is going to be needed. Two of Swords. I guess the universe is giving you an opportunity to choose. Take a step forward if you're ready for that type of adventure. Or be who you want to just be presently for the rest of your life. And like me, and I got this practice with someone very dear to my heart, there's always a third path. Take a step forwards, regulate your nervous system, take a breath. So there might be stillness in moments, and then take steps forward. Every time tower moments come, take a breath, breathe through it, regulate your nervous system. It may cause some sort of stillness, stagnation. So then you have to jumpstart yourself again to keep moving. 9 of Cups. Allow your dreams to come true. Whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you want. Nothing is impossible. And I guess for the session today, when I say prayer, pray the song you came to sing. Create such a beautiful universe within yourself first. Being an advocate for others is fantastic. Wanting for things to shift and move or for the universe, for the collective is great. But you need to shift first. Be present for yourself first, so that the world could catch up. Because everything that is within you reflects outside of you. So if you're battling inside of you, you'll start seeing those battles outside of you. Come back to yourself, come back to presence. Sing a different song. Be present with yourself. Don't run away from yourself or those moments that make it difficult sometimes when things change. Breath work is going to help you regulate your nervous system, or being outside. You choose. I'm sure there's other things. Anyway, this has been a beautiful reading. If you guys want something a little bit more personal, I have my link down in the description for just a one-on-one reading. All right, guys, thank you. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So, the back and forth energy that was coming through was big blessings, but prayer kept coming to my heart space. So if prayer triggers you, then what should you be focusing this week? But just conscious focus, right? Prayer is conscious, becoming consciously aware of where you're at. I feel also, though, for this particular card or reading, that it's really, really important to speak out loud. If you're mentally processing something, sometimes it's helpful to say it out loud. So even like speaking to a therapist, or speaking to a friend, or even speaking to yourself out loud, that may be able to help you process emotions, energies. So that was the first message that I received. And of course, your card is the Moon card. It's so interesting because even though there's something behind them, I'm not drawn to her, I'm drawn to them. And I feel like this is like the raw feminine energy of moon bathing and like howling at the moon. The savage feminine parts of us perhaps are yearning to come back and integrate with who you are in this moment. Oh, that's so beautiful. Goodness. All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull a couple oracle decks for you, or oracle cards, sorry. See? Sensuality. Oh. Sitting in that space within you, your womb, your sacred root chakra, and just be there in stillness. Allow yourself to hear what you need to hear from those points. What do they need? How could they connect with you again? I feel like this card and this reading for this group of people, you might have been mentally, physically, or emotionally abused in some way. And you forgot your essence, your truth, your unity within you. I think Mother is asking you to connect back and ground yourself to your true root. I think you had been sensing, if you're empaths in this group, sensing your partner's issues, thinking they were your own. Chamber of Power. I definitely feel like it's time for you to connect back into your power. You might start feeling grief, pain. Don't overthink it. Allow it to come through your body, your energy field. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful reading. Separation. You've been separated from a part of you that has dealt with some intense moments, has dealt with abuse, programming, and it had been protecting you from seeing it all. It's time to connect to that part of you now. Restore and replenish. Restore that vitality that is ready to come back into your life. That is ready to be seen and heard again. Congratulate that part of you that has taken one for the whole collective team of you, and bring her back to light. Replenish her with love. Restore her with unity. This part of you did create this lack space because it did not know it could heal by allowing the light to consume it. She thought, or he thought, they had to do it alone. That whole lesson of this past season for you, it was to realize that you didn't have to do it alone. You could allow parts, people around you to help you if you just allowed it to come through. But don't worry, new opportunities are coming. So you could be able to express and learn and master this collaboration spirit. You'll never have to do it alone again. And your wish will be granted. Look at all these opportunities. I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry that nobody taught you how to work together, how to be together, how to surrender. Perhaps you never had that environment growing up. Perhaps you didn't have those people in your life that you could depend on. And I'm sorry for that. Like, you are a badass being full of light, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. You are so much worth, like you're worthy. You're worthy of love, compassion, understanding. You're worthy to be supported fully. You're worthy to be the people that see how wonderful and beautiful you are. You're worthy. Practice makes perfect, right? So as you're learning to collaborate, delegate, just know that it takes practice. Don't be hard on yourself. And every time you want to control, take a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this guidance or is this ego? And listen. But look what you're manifesting. Look where you're stepping into. A whole community and network of support, guidance, and love. I still feel a lot of beautiful energy here. But I'm going to say that that's the end of this reading for you. And what I would say to you is to find that feminine community. And it doesn't have to be all females, obviously. Or that community that is going to bring you back to life. And by that I mean, not depend on others to do that for you, but to create that environment where you could do that for yourself. All right. Card 2, group 2. Thank you for your beautiful energy. I'll see you next week. Hi, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So the intention for this session is prayer. And if you don't like the word prayer, then it's where do I intentionally focus this week? But if you do like prayer, I invite you to claim your rights to live, to claim your rights to live happily, to receive your inheritance. Humanity, I think, sometimes forgets the spirit of we're here to thrive. So you're going to regain that perspective again this week. Even though the card that you received is the 7 of Swords, which is actually kind of beautiful. Man, I feel like you've been told most of your life that you can't have certain things, or that you shouldn't do certain things you've been surrounded by people like projecting fear onto you most of your life. So you've limited yourself to what you have now. And for that, I'm sorry. So I invite you to sit tight as I channel your reading for today, because I feel so much love for you. I feel like you are so much more worthy of anything you've wanted and desired, and even an actual inheritance. So I think you have been learning or are stepping into self-realization, self-love. There's more than enough to go around. You are capable and able to do whatever the hell you want. All right, let's see what comes through. Mercy. I think you might have wished for mercy. Like one thing after another came through and it was hard. And you're like, oh my God, why? Why is this happening to me? But you didn't realize they were moving you out of a dark place, dark jobs, dark moments, so that you could start thriving, so that you could start creating, so that you could start doing things the way you were supposed to do them. I want to give you a hug, because going through that much intensity, tower moments, destruction, you need someone to say it's going to be okay, it's fine. And it is, it's going to be okay and it's fine. But holding you and being loved and seen in presence, not to try to fix you, not to try to fix it, but just to hold you. It's just sometimes what humans need. Yeah. You've been through the darkest nights. It all had its purpose. It all needed to be done, so that you could start growing, so that you could start flowing, so that you can be present with yourself, so you could learn to surrender. And this is not a punishment. This is not one of those moments by why, but why? I'm sorry. I could understand those feelings. Especially when you don't want things to change, but you're being called to do something big. And you can rebel against it. And that's okay too. And you could deny that path. That's okay too. Or you could fully surrender to the divine, so it could show you your truth. I'm the type of person that has fought against it. And then there were moments where I deeply surrendered and I was shown, and I'm like, oh my God, I get it now. Fighting against it is intense. You'll start feeling really, really, really exhausted. Slow. You will even start feeling depressed because you're going against what your life is trying to give you, going against what you are trying to give yourself. It's time for you to come back to life. Because you've been through this dark night of the soul. You've been fighting against belief systems that have been torturing you. You've stopped living life. You stopped showing up for yourself and others. So now you learn to show up for yourself and others again. You start living. But slowly, purposefully. And even if you only live 2 or 3 hours out in the collective and the rest of the time you spend at home, then that's still living. And that's until you start building that, what is it called? Tolerance to stay out there more. Take your time with this part. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've definitely held on to thought forms for so long, and even resisting love to come into your life for so long. That is really, really difficult perhaps for you to know how to let that energy come through. Love and light flow. The Knight of Swords. I think some of your friends, there's energies that are going to show you how to move. This guy moves quickly though. Don't try to keep up with this guy. Be present with this energy, but move at your pace. You are a badass, being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. So even imagining who you want to become, I would create a list of her qualities or his qualities, and really sitting with that list. And then the atomic habits way is taking little small steps towards it. So this is going to be important for that. Take your time. Don't rush it. Be purposeful. The Devil. But just know that you do have this tendency not to hide. So you have to ask yourself, if you get invited to do something, or if your internal guidance says, go do this, and you're like, no, that might be resistance to show up for yourself in a different way. But regardless of this freaking card, a wish being granted. You're gonna get it done, love. Take time, be gentle with yourself, have the strength to try it every day, so that true change, integration can come. And you can leave your past behind. And their justice will come. I don't know, for this reading, for this card, for this group of people, maybe you're going to start getting justice for all the misaligned moments. Maybe you leaked money for so long and all of that is going to get returned to you. Maybe you were wrongly accused, and the truth is going to come out. Maybe you've been manipulated for so long that your sight is going to see it now. Everything that was taken will be brought back. And I think that this deck in particular are my highly sensitive, witchy energy. If I'm right, let me know. All right, guys, that's your message for today. If you want something a little bit more private, one-on-one, my link is down on the bottom in the description. Just reach out. All right, guys, bye.